Okay everyone, I hope that you are doing okay. Today we're going to discuss one of my favorite exercises. This is a coordination exercise. This is actually borrowed from the Filipino martial arts. It's known as Cielo 6. Some people call Sinawali to the exercise. Cielo is only when these points to the ceiling, in this case to the heaven, because it's actually, that's the translation, it will be heaven 6. And it's called Cielo 6 because again this is pointing up, and it's called 6 because it's 6 because there's 6 beats on it. So it's a cool coordination exercise. You probably have seen it a lot in movies, and it's kind of like this except that this actually doesn't do much unless that you understand what you are supposed to be doing. So the first thing is that we're going to think about this as a striking portion. Okay, so then we are going to discuss how you can take advantage of this same exercise to practice or combine blocks with strikes. But so far, we're going to think about it as that, like I'm going to strike. Okay, so the first is going to be the right hand goes up, the left hand goes underneath, and then you're going to put kind of your fist next to your armpit like this. And today we're going to see it on short range. In this case, remember, not super short range. The one in which we are going to see batting is not going to be this. Is more of mid to short range, in which I am going to strike with the middle of the stick. Okay, so again, not long range, but short, mid to short range. Okay, so again, left hand underneath. In this case, the stick is under the armpit and your fist is kind of like next to your armpit, as you can see. The right hand is going to be kind of facing the other person, and imagine that you're going to strike a number 1 right there. Okay, that's going to be the first beat. So the second beat is going to be striking with this other strike, with this other stick to the face. But to free this space, I have to move my stick, my right stick, to the opposite direction. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip it, and I'm going to put this to my shoulder at the same time that I strike with the other hand. So I'm going to repeat 1 beat, 2 beats. So again, 1, 2. If you want in the beginning, you can do 1, 2, and 3, but make sure that you understand that this is actually just 1 beat, 2, okay? So 1, 2, and then from this angle, what I'm going to do is I'm going to strike now with the right hand. So it's always going to be one hand, the other hand, the other hand, the other hand. Meaning one hand, right hand, left hand, right hand, left hand, right hand, left hand. Okay, so it's going to be always the hand that you strike is going to be followed by the opposite hand. Okay, so again, right hand, left hand, and now right hand. But look at what happened. When I come here and I'm going to do this, I cannot come back in the same direction. Otherwise, I'm going to interrupt my own strike. So what do? 1, 2, and now I open 3. So you can see I'm moving this from this angle to this, and I'm going to bring it back. At the same time, this goes straight all the way through. So again, 1, 2, 3. Got it? And then from this position, now I'm going to strike with the left because this is the one that I just moved back. And then I'm going to move this under the armpit. In this case, striking this way. So that will be 4. And this will remind you to the other, because this is the same thing that you did on your right, but now you're going to repeat the same off the left. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and now it's kind of like starting from the beginning. That will be your first beat, but from this side, 4, 5. As you can see, this is familiar because now, again, to not interrupt your own strike, you're moving out of the way to the opposite shoulder. 5, and then 6. And as you can see from this angle, I'm going to do the same. I'm going to strike, but I need to move this out of the way so I don't interrupt my own strike. So from this position, I go 6. So those are your 6 beats, but I'm gonna repeat it super slow, and I would encourage you to follow me. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And if you want to close, you arm, and then you start from the beginning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Very easy, well, not quite. It's more of coordinating not only the sticks, but how to put the stick on the opposite shoulder or under the armpit that is going to cause you, and how to open what's going to cause you more problems, right? So now, think about it from this perspective as a mirror image from the right side to the left side. So what do I mean by that? You do 1, 2, 3, you're done with the right side. And now you're going to repeat the same motions, but from the opposite side, now from the left. 1, 2, 3. And now I'm going to repeat again from this angle. 1, 2, 3. And again, repeating again from this other angle. 1, 2, 3. So if you see it again, it's the same sequence done from one side to the other side. It's more of how to adjust your body to it. And now that we already know how to adjust our sticks and how to put it against our shoulders or under the armpit, we're going to see the body mechanics, because that's definitely what's going to not only add more power, but it's going to help your coordination. Super slow. Now imagine that I'm striking towards that side. Every time I'm striking towards the side, I'm actually going to twist a little bit. Okay, 1, 2, 3. So as you see, is twist, twist, twist towards the same side. That towards the same side. In this case, you have done quarter twists, if you will, until the very end, in which you strike moving a little bit out of the way. Keep in mind, it's not also moving too much. You don't want to offer your back, but it's definitely striking towards the person, kind of like pushing away. That's the third beat. So again, 1, 2, 3. And I'll come back, and it's going to be the opposite. Now I'm going to twist towards this side. 1, 2, 3. So you can see, same thing, 1, 2, 3. Okay? If you don't feel comfortable with 1 foot forward, you can do it easily from the beginning with neutral, meaning no guard defined. 1, 2, 3. Now you twist the right foot, right? And now go to the left. 1, 2, 3, and so on. Got it? I encourage you to do that a lot until you get used to moving your hands, and until you don't even have to think about what to do with your body, and then you can easily know where you have to put your stick next. Otherwise, as I said before, you're going to interrupt yourself. Now, again, Sinawali can be applied by both pointing up, by both sticks pointing to the center. You're going to now do it through the center, but it's going to be the same. 1. The only difference is that obviously now the strikes are going to the center, but all the changes are going to happen in the same positions, meaning from this side, I'm going to go to the opposite shoulder. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. As you see, again, all the changes with respect to the sticks are going to be in the same position. And I'm going to start again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm going to repeat again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that is if you're striking the ribs, okay? But you can also do it by striking lower to the legs. In this case, you're going to go a little bit lower, and the same thing applies, meaning the strikes are going to change, but the places in which you are going to put your sticks are going to be the same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna repeat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Get used to moving down rather than doing this. Really go lower. So you want to notice that the twists are a little bit more complicated. I'm going to focus now on the twist. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? So once you feel comfortable with that, you can define one leg. In this case, I'm going to define the right foot. Okay? And I'm going to start 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And play around with the twist and see how it feels. Now, you can not only do the same sequence by pointing both up or pointing both to the side or pointing both down, but you can also actually combine different strikes. You can go one high, other one low, or midsection, one high, other one midsection, high, midsection, high. So I'm going to repeat: high, mid, high, mid, high, mid. In this case, you're going to notice that you have to adjust your body a little bit more. Otherwise, it's going to be very difficult in some portions to adjust your stick without interrupting your own strike. What do I mean by that? Look at it. 1, 2, look at this. 3, in this case, 1 up, midsection, and now I have to go high again. And look at what happened in this position. I have to go low, and this is already high, so I have to go low with this and go down with the other one, right? So play around with that idea and with the idea of combining high and low. In this case, high, low, high, low, high, low, high. And you're going to see that in this case, you really have to go lower and you have to go low and high. Otherwise, there's no way you're not going to interrupt your own strike. So you really have to use your body mechanics, okay? So I'm gonna do it one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I'm gonna start again, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's a good exercise, as I said before, because it's not only teaching you how to coordinate with your sticks, which is great in itself, meaning good hand coordination, but also it could be a good framework for something else. And what is that something else? So let's say that now I'm not only going to think about these as striking, 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 but I can use it also to coordinate against a strike, and I'm going to go, for example, redirecting the first strike, the strike that is coming, now you're attacking me, and I'm going to redirect this one. That could be, instead of a strike, redirect, strike, strike, redirect with the other one, strike, striking the strike, strike, and that's it. So it's the same exercise, but now I'm thinking about it. Oh, you're attacking me. 1, 2, 3, for example. 1, 2, 3. In this case, I'm redirecting, striking, striking, redirecting with the other one, and I can strike. So once you understand a little bit of the use that you can do, that is not only about striking, but also you can use it against a strike. For example, you're striking, not striking, and then I strike with the other stick. These exercises become more versatile. Like you can really use it against a different type of attack, or you can you can start striking, and then you can wait for the other strike. You can strike the strike, and then you can continue striking with the other one. So again, don't see it only as a way for you to coordinate hands and striking, but more of a basis for something else. And again, you don't even have to use the entire 6. You can actually do, against an attack number 1, you can do the 1, 2, 3 bits. 1, 2, 3, that's it. 1, 2, 3, that's it. In this case, 1 redirects, the other one strikes, and the other one strikes, or 1 redirect, the other one strikes the strike, and the third one strikes the face. So again, 1, 2, 3. That will be redirecting the first attack, striking the strike against the other one, and striking the third, and striking the face with the third beat. Okay, same from the other side, redirecting, striking the strike 3, or that's it. That will be 1, 2, 3. And of course, if you take that into account, you don't have to wait and just strike from this distance and block and stop it right there. You can continue here all the way through. Same from this angle here, 1, 2, 3 all the way through. Again, 1, 2, 3 all the way through. So again, you don't have to think about just as a coordination exercise. You can see some practicality to it, okay? So I would encourage you to start like that, super slow from the beginning. Try to coordinate just the hands. Once you get used to doing that, pay attention to the footwork. If you want in the beginning, you could start from neutral position, just by doing this and this from the other side. And then after that, you can define one leg. Now, last thing that I was gonna say, we only have seen short today. And as I said before, I want you to, instead of going in long range and getting a little bit deeper on how to make this variation, so I wanted you to start thinking about ways in which you can use this that is not only striking, but you are going to be using as a way to defend yourself, right? As I said before, 1, 2, 3 all the way through, 1, 2, 3 all the way through. So you don't have to do the third beat. You don't have to do the 6 beats. You can just do the 3 beats, okay? You can transform into something else. You can incorporate 1 circle 3. Although that's going to be more advanced. But if you feel confident, play around. The only thing that I was going to say again is start thinking about not only about striking, but how to use it in a defensive manner or defense and attack manner. That way, this simple exercise will become more useful, okay? And yes, we'll see in a different video on how to use it more in long range. Remember, it's going to be pretty much the same thing. It's just that now I can really use my length. Instead of just using short, I can actually extend a little bit more and striking all the way. And I can even combine, as I said before, with other type of strikes. So it's not only constrained with this, but I can start using it in a different manner. As of right now, I would not recommend you to even do that. Start slow, coordinating with your hands. If you feel comfortable, again, footwork. And if you feel comfortable, then define 1 foot. If you feel comfortable, start seeing different heights. And if you feel comfortable, the last thing is, again, think about it from a defensive point of view, not only striking, but how to defend and strike at the same time. As usual, train as many times as you can, and I see you in the next video, which